Hi, Sister Lily.
Brother Robert, let me start the opening for a while.
Yeah,
Then we'll
sure,
hand over to you.
sure.
Okay, Karen. Okay, let us begin the session. Good evening and a warm welcome to Abode Masters, Brother Joe Huang, brothers and sisters around the globe to online book study on the Sutra of Infinite Meanings. Before we start, I would like to share a short accepted master's speech, Spiritual Companions on the Bodhisattva Path. No matter how great one's career or how high is one's status, it is often only for the sake of one's own life and success. Yet all of you, through your affinities, have stepped into Tzu Chi and now walk the Bodhisattva path as companions in goodness, not for power, not for personal gain, but to give selflessly, expecting nothing in return, and being grateful for the opportunity to serve.
姐姐去吃饭了，
Each day you take stock of your life
把饭出来。
with purpose, as the numbers reflecting your contributions to the world continue to grow. Accepted by Sister Ho Xing Qing from Tzu Chi, Singapore. Thank you for listening. Okay, so now let us invite Brother Robert to kindly introduce this session and our presenters. Over to you, Brother Robert.
Okay, Karen,
Karen.
Sister Lily. My voice, is it okay or not?
Yes.
Clear, clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hi. Good evening, brothers and sisters. Yeah, my name is Robert. Yeah, my voice a bit sore because having a little bit of cough. Okay, before we begin, let us pay homage to Buddha and Master Cheng by offering three bows, three sincere bows. Please rise, put our palms together. First bow, second bow, and third bow. Kindly be seated. If possible, do turn on your video so that we can see each other and allow technology to bring us a little closer to closer. Yeah, Kanan. Yeah. I'm very excited today because we are restarting the Sutra Adaptation book study, and it will be conducted over 20 sessions aligned with the episodes produced by Ta'ai TV. Each session, an experienced volunteer will share his or her personal reflections. Sister June, yeah, and the team began this online book study somewhere in mid 24, and there was a little pause at episode 6, so we are restarting the whole ball again. It's also to honor a promise made by Sister Cheng on behalf of our team here to remember Brother Michael Xiao, our late brother Sen Hang, to support Tzu Chi Philippines with master's teachings. Of course, his recent passing has deeply saddened us and at the same time reignited our commitment. After connecting with Sister Peggy from Tzu Chi Philippines and understanding the ongoing need, so this book study was revived. So we will try our best to get the best speakers and also the best sharing. So we dedicate all these merits and blessing on the study to Brother Michael Xiao, trusting he will, and in fact, I believe he has also returned. He has already returned to join us to walk the Bodhisattva path. You know. Okay, to start the session, obviously we have this good-looking brother, Brother Sun Hok. Uh, so we have this very dedicated and committed commissioner, Brother Sun Hok. He is deeply passionate about Tzu Chi and has traveled many times to Buddha land in order to help Master to fulfill the mission to spread the Dharma teachings to the origin of Sakyamuni Buddha. So over to you, Brother Sonok, our global global volunteer. Okay, Karen.
Thanks, Brother Robert. Thanks. I really appreciate Sister Cheng for giving me this opportunity. I just realized I have not doing sharing for so long already. Yeah, that's what I told to Brother Robert. So I'm very excited. Yeah, allow me to do the sharing on my. Can you see, Brother Robert?
Uh, mm,
Can you see the PPT?
Lily, are you controlling the PPT, is it? Or who is controlling the PPT?
Can you
Uh,
see my PPT? Sorry.
I can't see.
Oh, you can't see my PPT.
Ah,
All right. Allow me to share one more time. Can you see now?
okay, coming. Ah, okay,
Excellent.
okay.
Well, I like this picture very much. This picture was took during the Buddha bathing ceremony that in one of the village. Yeah, done by Sister Cheng and the team. I like this picture very much. That's why I chose this picture because this topic is saying the courage to seek the truth.
But there's
And
some black patch, brother, so not. There's like uh,
Gray boxes.
yeah, two gray boxes covering one horizontal and one vertical boxes.
boxes.
Yeah, there are two gray
Okay,
boxes.
I stop sharing, then allow me to share again. Sorry for that. Just hold on for a while. Well, that's what I say. Too long never do sharing.
No problem. You got time. No problem. We start the engine, warm up the engine.
Yeah, I need to restart the engine. How about now?
Coming.
Is that okay?
Uh, wait,
My side looks good.
oh, uh,
Is that okay?
still not out yet. The only message that I can see is double click to enter full screen mode. There's nothing. Just two lines. Has started screen sharing and double click to enter full screen mode.
Oh my God, what happened to that? But my side is good.
So it's good.
Hmm.
Sister Lily, you want help to share? Not Sister Lily, are you free to share?
I don't have the PPT.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
will you
Never
brother
mind.
Soho send over the latest one? I think this one is updated now.
Maybe Brother Sun Hok, you try to stop share and share again. Karen.
Hello. Sorry. Still cannot see.
Okay, try again.
I try one more time. Good now?
Still can't see anything.
Oh my God. Sorry for that, team.
No problem.
Really.
No
Don't
problem.
worry, brother
Problem.
Soho,
Don't worry.
you pass it to, you send over to us, then we will help you share. That's
I
none option.
sent to you.
How?
Good. Yeah. Sorry for that.
No problem. No problem. It's okay.
Don't worry. Later I will sing a song for you all so that it's a compensation.
No problem. No problem.
I had a lunch with my friends in from China, 3 days continuously. Yeah,
Oh,
I took him for vegetarian meal 3 days from China.
okay.
So this afternoon he told me, he said, Sun Hong, can you bring me to eat one fish? Then I asked what fish you want. Then he said, insists want to eat Sun Hong fish. Sorry, Sister Xu Ching, I sent to you by telegram. Can you check whether you can receive? Sorry for that.
No worry, brother. Let me see. Not yet received.
No, Brother Robert, can you see my screen now? Actually, I'm doing sharing my.
Yes, we can.
You can, huh?
Yes, we can. Similarly, there are two gray boxes, but it's okay lah.
It's okay.
Perhaps those
Sometimes
are
it's the connection issue, huh?
You see the Sutra of Infinite Meaning, the picture?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's good.
Much
Okay.
people.
No, brother, I think that's the toolbox. I think on the horizontal, that's the
That's the
toolbox.
window.
It's the window of your toolbox. And I think the horizontal is the toolbox where you can click on the microphone, the video, and then the vertical one is the portraits of the people that's connected online. Do you see that?
Mm.
I see that, but
Right. You're on it. You're on it. If you can move it away, then it will be outside of your sharing range, I think.
this one?
No, that you open another one. If you can't do it, then I think it's okay. We're just gonna have to see it.
All right.
Maybe Sister Siu
It's
Ching,
the
maybe you
Zoom's
share.
toolbox. It's Zoom's toolbox, not Microsoft. It's
I'm not yet
Zoom's
received.
toolbox.
Sorry, I really don't know how to do it. Sorry for that.
No problem. No
Okay.
Is that
problem.
okay?
I
You
think
can
it's
see?
okay. I know you received Brother Sun Hok's PPT.
Okay.
But actually, we can still see actually, Brother Sun Hok. You can continue to share first. Then later
All right,
on,
good.
yeah,
Sorry for that.
no
You
problem.
know, my friends, after 3 days of vegetarian meal this afternoon, he showed me the fish. He said, Sun Fu, you must bring me to eat this fish. You know? So when I show him my name cards, actually my name is Sun Ho. Then he said, okay, I won't eat you because you're very cute. But he said, I looks like this fish, you know, because it's very fat and very dark. All right. I like to use this, in history. I think that, I like to read history. I like to read a lot of things about the history. And I always think that history is very important. Yeah. But when I'm in school, I don't like history. Likewise, when my son told me he want to study history, my wife said cannot. Because if you study history, you cannot find job. You know? But I really like history because I think history, can let us understand human culture. And most importantly, only successful people can put a name in history. You know, Atu Ako, Zhang San Li Si, they want to have a chance to put a name in the history. This is what I always say. If you can put a name in the history, actually, this is a great person. The second thing, I think history is very good. I read history book. I can feel a lot of wisdom that I can learn from them. Yeah, I can cultivate a lot of wisdom and also can let me think outside the box. But most importantly, I felt that history is very good, especially for those people, a great person, because they always benefits others and the benefits many generations. I mean, these are rich people. Yeah. So why they cannot be a great? They can be a great, but they cannot be the greatest. Why? Because these are the people who always make money. They create a trend. They make themselves rich. Yeah. So they may be famous, but for one generation. Just like in old days, we take Kodak. Now you don't see Kodak anymore. I remember we have a television just like the box. Yeah. When I show my son this television, he will laugh at me. He said, not possible. But 2,500 years, people will still remember Jesus. People will still remember Lord Buddha. That's why we always say they are the greatest. They're the greatest, the wisdom that always benefits people. They're the people that always can help others. Yeah. So I I'm not a good Buddhist. I'm born to be a Buddhist, always write myself Buddhist, but I don't know anything about Buddhism until I joined Tzu Chi Foundation. In my life, I always think that I can use Buddhist one time in my life. When I die, I need someone to pray for me, tong, 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 so that I can go somewhere, good place. I thought that in my life, I can use Buddhism once in my life. Until I came to Tzu Chi Foundation, then I found that Tzu Chi Foundation is Buddhism in action. And I have so much thing to learn, especially from the brothers and sisters. You are my role model for me to learn. But not everyone must be die. You must die to become a history, you know. But some person like Master Cheng, he is writing history every day, every day. And I'm so proud to be part of Tzu Chi Foundation. I'm so proud that I can have a chance to work, to learn, from Master Chen Lin. I am really very proud because we are creating history every day. You know, I look back in 2015, in 2014, when first time I joined East Coast flood in Malaysia, East Coast in Malaysia, the floods. I look at that. I'm so proud that I can be part of the history. So here, I really feel very proud, especially when I go to Buddha land, either in Lumbini or even or in Bodh Gaya. I found what we are doing now. Actually, we're writing our own history every day. And together with Master Chen Yen, with Master Chen Yen guidance, together with all the brothers and sisters, we are writing the history every day. I don't know much about Sutra. The first time I went to Hualien, when I see this Sutra of infinite meaning, then I asked my wife, what is that? My wife said it's a poem. She also know nothing about history. So I asked the brothers sit next to me. He said to me, I have very difficult to understand. You just memorize. So I don't know how to read, how to write that time. So I asked him, can you help me to write? So he started to explain to me. But the while he explained, with the mind transcule, he said, not possible. Everyone's mind is flying everywhere. When I talk to you, A, I'll think of B, I'll think of C. Likewise, we make a lot of vows. I want to slim down, I want to do more exercise, I want to do this, I want to do that. But who can keep it for one day? Who can keep it for 1 month? Who can keep the vows for 1 year? But here we are learning to keep the vow for countless kalpas. I feel this is incredible. This is something that I really learned in Tzu Chi Foundation. Another thing that Dharma is important. I always think money is the most important. If I can get more money, that is the best, but not Dharma. But when I come to Tzu Chi Foundation, I look at all the brothers and sisters. They come really with a sincere heart to learn. When I see Sister Su Ching, I see Sister Stephanie, it is so great. This is all the people, they have so much wisdom and they have a way to overcome problems. They have a way to overcome a lot of obstacles and they have the way to help people. Then, especially in the last 3 years, when I got a chance to go to Buddha Land, where we would chant this book every day. We will read this book every day, every morning at 5:20. Then we wake up and read this book. Then I start to understand more what is Sutra of infinite meanings and how this sutra can really help me. These questions I always ask myself when I am young, when I'm small. I always ask my father, why you're not a rich man? If you're a rich man, then I become a rich man's son. So I always say, if my father is rich, then I can have a lot of money. I can buy good car. I can have very good life. I can have lavish life. Then I asked my son, how is the feeling when your father is rich? My father said, my son told me, how good is I'm a prince? But we look at this, and especially when we see the Prince Charles and this Diana, when they married, the worldwide known. So I asked my son, why you want to be prince? He said, if I be prince, I got a lot of money, then I can stay in castle. I got my own palace. I say, is that so good? When you become a rich person, is that guarantee success? Is it guarantee happy? When you're a prince, are you sure that you can get happiness every day? Is that permanent for you? Well, look at this story. Actually, they end up quite badly. So, rich or even a prince doesn't guarantee happiness. 2,500 years ago, there's a prince Siddhartha, was born in a royal family in North India. Today we call this place is called Lumbini. Yeah, we got a chance to visit this this temple. Prince was born in this palace, in this temple. It's called Mahadevi Temple. Yeah, we went to the place. Then we see how we witness by ourselves the place. Yeah. So there, I also ask myself, as a prince, why you want to give up this all luxury life? Why you want to give up everything? What is the purpose? I often ask the same questions. You know, when this prince is born, yeah, they came with one the sage named Ashita. He's from the Stone Mountain. So he appeared when the prince's mother brought him back to the palace. This Ashita was appeared in the palace. When he hold the prince, he laughed and he cried. He laughed because he said this prince is going to be the Buddha or the Chakravartin king. He laughed. He cried because he said he can't wait to see anymore. He cried. He cannot see anymore. He cannot live so long. When the king heard this, the king is very, very worried because he have waited 20 years to get this prince. He have to wait 20 years. So he said he cannot let the prince, go out. He will not let the prince, leave the palace. He built 3 palaces for him. He get him a beautiful wife and also the lavish life. He wanted to use all the material to hold the prince inside the palace. One day the prince told the father, I'm going to be king one day, but I don't have a chance to see my people. So the king allowed him to go out and see people. When he went out from the east door, he saw an old man. We see a lot of old men every day. We see a lot of old men and sick people, especially when we go to Lumbini. We see a lot. Yeah. We will ask them, how old are you? Then they tell me, I'm very old. I'm 55. They look very old. Actually, they're not that old. Yeah. But we often ask the same question when we see the old people. When I am like them, how much time I will have? Then now I always ask myself the same question. How much time have I got? So the prince asked the same questions. You see the old people, he asked the same question. When he go to West Door, then he witnessed the funeral process. Then he realized that life is impermanent, you know. And when during the funeral, a lot of people is crying. The family is crying. So he started to ask himself, what is the source of life suffering? And likewise, most people ask the same questions. Where does life come from? Where are we coming from? Then where will we go after death? This is the place, this is the palace. Yeah, this the place is called Tilawarawat in Kapi. Oh, sorry, the spelling is wrong. Kapi Vastu. Yeah. So this is a place we went many times in Lumbini. Yeah, this is where the palace is. 2,500 years later, a little girl that survived from World War and air raids. She's from the rich family. Her father loved her so much, taking care of her, even though she's adopted daughters. But the father loved her and taking care of her so much. But one day, out of sudden, the father heart attack and sudden death. Then 3 days later, his funeral. Then she started to ask, why all the love gone in 3 days? Why? Where is the father now? After they die, after the father died, where he go? You know, he asked and keep asking. So Prince Siddhartha asked these questions 2,500 years later. Master Cheng also asking the same questions. But in the North Door, this Prince Siddhartha see a spiritual practitioner. They know, he saw them that actually these people are not living in very luxury life. They live so simple, yeah? They live so simple. But they can feel that physically and mentally, they are so relaxed and at ease. Seems like they have no worry. Why these people are not worried? Why these spiritual practitioners are they found a solution to be free from suffering? So he keep asking. So one day he decided to follow them. So he ran away from home and find a way to help, find a way, find a way. He wanted to find a way to escape from suffering and gain happiness for the parents, because the parents is his own. Okay, he wanted to liberating them from the circus of life and death. So from a prince, now he's become a spiritual practitioner. Same like Master Cheng. She ran away from home to become a monastic. Then 3 days later, was caught by the mother. Mother asked her to go back home. She stayed at home, then started to carry the vegetable basket and looking after the entire family. But she know in her heart, she wanted to do something else. And 2 years later, finally, she had the courage to go for monastic again. Then from Taichung, she took the train all the way down to Taitung. Yeah. So that is how from Jingying to become Jingsi, and from Jingsi to become Master Cheng Yen. The best part of Master Cheng Yen is at home, she is carrying a basket, a vegetable basket, but now she has the vow. She wants to carry the rice basket for the world. I read a book called Jing Si, but first thing I feel that the story of Master Cheng Yen, it's just like a butterfly. Yeah, the metamorphosis process from a worm to become a beautiful butterfly. From a so-called young girl has become someone that found her direction with determination and willingness. She became a Master Cheng Yen that is respected by everyone in the world. So Lord Buddha are doing so, are doing giving the history that benefits all the sentient beings. The Dharma that he teach is benefits everyone. The example that he showed has been respected by everyone. So until today, we still practice the same thing. But Master Cheng Yen doing something great, which is for Buddhism and for sentient beings. At the age of 29 years old, she became monastic, and from a woman who carry a vegetable basket to become someone that carry the rice basket for the world. But brothers and sisters, let us close our eye and think. At the age of 29, what are we doing? At the age of 29, normally what we want is we want to get a boyfriend, girlfriend, we want to get married, or we want to get a career. But if you ever think, what can we do at the age of 29? Let us take 30 seconds to think of this. Close your eye and let's think. How we spend our time and what is our achievement and what will be our future. I always think of Brother Michael. Brother Michael's life is short. At 51 years old, I watched a video about Michael, Brother Michael, and I respect so much. I felt that this is amazing that he can do so many things for us. I think he is the role model that for us to learn. Okay, so to summary my sharing on the episode 1, it is the spirit of the Lord Buddha, and we can walk the path that from the Master Cheng Yen teaching. And the best thing, we can write the history together in Tzu Chi. Thank you, brother. I pass to you, brother brother Robert.
Yeah, Kanan so much. Yeah, Brother Sun Hop. Yeah, what a wonderful summary of this episode 1. Yeah, indeed. I think both Prince Siddhartha and Wang Jingyun, or our Master Cheng Yen, I think went through all this suffering, and both of them have struggles through all this filial piety, and they have to let go the worldly life, and the courage and conviction, I think for both of them is amazing, that to walk this spiritual path and this deep compassion really is not only for oneself, is to liberate for all, So this the essence of this boundless compassion, is the love that is no longer confined to only one own family, I think just like all of us, or in fact just now you mentioned Brother Sunhok, uh even Brother Michael Xiao, I think when the family members, are all together, and then even Master Cheng Yen also console them, that this humility and the great kindness, so so uh, Prince Siddhartha, taught the Dharma, so that we could free ourselves, and Master Cheng Yen, while she used it to care for the sick, comforting the poor, and inspire all of us. I think all of us, we are all connected and inspired by Master Cheng Yen. That's why we are walking this path, this great compassion, this great love is a really a grand gesture, It's about choosing kindness every day, that when we walk, and then we feel so joyful, and we may not be wearing robes, but I think we are wearing all these lantian bai yun, we may not be sitting under Bodhi trees, but I think every act of kindness that we do, we we comfort a grieving friend, like for example, Brother Michael, uh, and we manifest this unshakable compassion, to transform lives, and to transform the world. I think, yeah, I can't talk too much because my throat is giving me a lot of problem. I think since Brother Joe is online, then maybe we can invite Brother Joe to share with us his wisdom on this topic. Brother Joe, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Brother Robert, and thank you, Brother Shun. And I think the the presentation itself, I think it presents a very wonderful beginning for what's to come. I think there's going to be 20 some episodes or 30 some episodes. And this is going to be the first. And this is a very good start to let everybody know and understand, where Master Cheng Yen came from. But I think I wanted to go back to I wanted to go back to, I think at the beginning, when Brother Soon Hug basically mentioned about the great people, why are they great? The greatest. I think in a list of the people that you have the pictures on, I think Steve Jobs is going to be remembered as well. Maybe, I don't know, for thousands, I don't know. But he will always be remembered as somebody who transformed, the mobile phone, right? The mobile phone that we all have. And before, it was completely different. And I think these people were even listed, they were even possible because they all made impact. And I think whether it was Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, or whoever that's going to be people that's reading the names. And I think these are just more recent people because they are all technology, right? I'm sure 30, 40, 50 years ago, you will be naming people like Rockefeller, who are complete, or Ford, or these people who are making amazing pushes for, the technology at the time. It's only right now that people begin to know Amazon, begin to know Facebook or Alphabet, or Google, that people began to know these people. But I wanted to mention that the reason why these people are great is because they made impact. And they made impact, the more impact they made, and the deeper this impact that they made, then the more they will be remembered, the more they will be influencing the future generation. So maybe in the future, there won't be any mobile phones. Then Steve Jobs won't be remembered because it will be the next generation and the next revolution that will overtake that mobile phone, and we won't even need it, right? It will be something that's maybe implanted in our ears, and it will be, once and for all. But what's great about Buddha or Jesus or these religious figures is that they make the impact that is the deepest into our heart. And I think that most importantly, I think they address a very important part of our lives. Something missing that cannot be filled by another object. There's something that you have to dig inside to find, and they give you the answer. Religion gives you this answer, or faith. I don't want to say religion, but faith gives you this answer to fill that gap that you have. It's not going to be filled by an iPhone. iPhone fills something. Yes, it does. It makes you feel good about something, but it's going to hollow out. What faith helps you is that it fills that gap in your mind, in your heart, that I think we have been so longing to find something to fill. And so we look for wealth, we look for fame, we look for power to try to fill that gap in our hearts that we just know that we couldn't. And these religious or people of faith, help us identify what we could do to fill that gap. And Master Cheng Yen, all of us, none of us knew Buddha. I don't know him personally. I don't think anybody here knows Buddha personally, because he was an individual from 2,500 years ago. We might think we know him, we know of him, but we don't know him. But we know Master Cheng Yen. And she led us to fill in this gap that we have in our heart. What is this gap? And that's where Brother Sun Hook talked about. Where is it going to be money? Is it going to be living like the prince, living like the king? What would it do? Nothing. Even if you are living like the prince, even if you are driving the Cadillac, even if you're getting the best right now in this world, it's still something inside that's hollow. What helps you fill that gap? And everybody's different. They all got different needs. And Master Cheng can help you find it, help you find to fill that gap. And I think that's important. So that's the first thing I wanted to, respond. And I wanted to bring this out. And number two, for those of you that have children, it must be very difficult because today, the main character, the protagonist, are either the Lord Buddha, right, Sakyamuni Buddha, and Master Cheng Yen, and both of them are runaways, and they do not listen to their parents. So, if you are a parent to somebody who always runs away and has a very different idea from you, do not worry, because they might come out to be a very wonderful person too, right? So like the Lord Buddha, he ran away from home and he refused. The father tried everything, right? The parents tried everything so that he could have the best life. And what did he try to do? He tried to say, no, this is not what I wanted. So sometimes, and I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's right. I have never been a parent, and I've only been a son, and I don't know how a father feels like. I'm sure a lot of you understand how that feels like. I just wanted to say sometimes maybe what you feel isn't always the right thing. And I'm not saying it's always the wrong thing. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that sometimes the path needs to be walked on and it needs to be figured out. Sometimes we need to give each other a little bit of room so that they are allowed to try to experiment and try to figure out maybe this is what's for them. And I always, when people talked about these stories, with the similarities between the Buddha run away from home and Master Cheng run away from home, and I was thinking, well, aren't they supposed to be role models of good kids? And I don't think this is exactly a good role model for kids. But what I think this is, it's actually telling people that are parents that it's not, that it's okay. No, let me take that back. It's not okay for the kids to run away. That's not what I'm saying. Please, that's not what I'm saying. Please don't call Taiwan and say, there's somebody on the Zoom that's been telling people that it's okay for the kids to run away. No, that's not what I mean, okay? What I'm trying to say is sometimes that the interaction between the parent and the child, and we might always say there's generation X, generation Y, X, generation Z. Look at this, 2,500 years ago. What generation is that? Alpha, right? And Master, right? She's 90. So we're talking about 80 years ago. What generation is that? So don't tell me about how difficult it is to communicate with the children. We're talking about 2,500 years ago. This kid has the best upbringing, right? He's a prince, for crying out loud, and he still can communicate well with the father, right? So this is going to be the case for all the time. Don't blame it on the generations. It's always there. And I think sometimes, the kids are going to try to figure out what's going to be right for them. And it might not be the worst, And imagine, right? Had, when Master was 20-ish, when she ran away 3 times. And for first 2 times, she was actually caught and she was actually snatched back, or not snatched, but she was actually, taken back home, right? And it was the last time, the very last time, the 3rd time she refused. And she said to her mother on the bridge, no, she didn't want to jump. No, that's not what I'm saying, okay? But she said, if you're going to take me back this time again, all you're going to get is this empty shell. And that's when the mother agreed, okay? So sometimes we don't want things to be so bad until, the kids said this, right? So there's always going to be something that, had to give and just, a little bit of room to negotiate. And I've realized it's a very difficult thing. I mean, it's easy for me, who has no children, to talk about this, but it is very objective for me to be able to say this, so that everybody understands. Sometimes you have these troubled makers, kids, But sometimes they actually have very high goals. All right, just look at these two. Let's just look at these two. But if you look at the other side, some of you, and who maybe in the future, whoever watches this video, and they're actually teenagers, right? Somebody from Zisao, somebody from Ziqing, it's also correct that don't be afraid to pursue your dreams, but treat your parents and treat your parents like your friends. It is okay to talk to them about what your goal and what your dreams are. They're going to have their experience. They're going to have their thoughts. They have gone through more life than you have gone through, right? So they obviously know more than what you could have known. And so they're giving you what they think best. It might not be always the best, but it's something they meant well. Look at all these people, including Master Cheng Yen's mother. Do they mean ill? Do they want Master Cheng Yen to follow a path where it's really going down spiral and going to hell? Of course not. She wants the best for her. But it is also true that what your parents or what others want for you that they think is best might not be what's best. And I think in Tzu Chi, this is all about you learning to figure out your path. That is why in Tzu Chi, Master never said that you have to be a Buddhist, right? Look at Brother Sun Hook, right? You were not a Buddhist to begin with. Many of us, we did not come in and we were not Buddhist. We were not because we're not here because of religion. We're here because we believe, we have faith. So I always wanted to make a differentiation between religion and faith. I have faith in the teaching of the Buddha. And does that make me a Buddhist? I follow his teaching. I am his student. I am the student of Master Cheng Yen. So in a way, that makes me Buddhist. But you could also follow. I also believe the teachings of Jesus. I also believe the commandments of Christianity. I believe that too. I also believe in the teachings of Quran. That doesn't make me right away also, I'm all the follower of these religions. It just means that this is something that I believe in. These are my values too. In Tzu Chi, I think it's very much encouraged that you get to figure out who you are and what you want to do. And because in Tzu Chi, a lot of the choices are they're all positive for life, right? You can help people. You can help people in terms of charity. You can help people in terms of education. You can help people with all these things. And you get to choose. And I think that's what the best thing about Tzu Chi is. And that's what Brother Sun Hook talked about in the Sutra of Infinite Meanings. Because supposedly, that is what the life presents to all of you young people out there. Infinite possibility. Tzu Chi might not give you the infinite possibility, but it gives you all the possibilities that are positive, that are good, that's worthy of your try. That if you try this, most likely your parents are not going to say, you should stop, you should come home with me, you should get married right now. That's usually that's not what the parents are going to say. And so it's something that you get a shot, you get to try something different in your life. And it's something that people are going to say, well, that's pretty good. And you know what? You might like it, right? You might actually like it. Like Brother Sun Hook, right? He just looked at the Sutra of Infinite Meaning and like, I have no idea what this is saying. I cannot read Chinese. I don't write Chinese. And somebody please help me what it means, right? But now he got it. He understood it. And so I think this is something that's important in our lives. Sometimes our vision is only this much. You only see what your family or what your parents or what your friends or what your surrounding people tell you. All of a sudden, in Tzu Chi, you get a lot more people. You're standing on the shoulder of giants. They're already seeing much further, and now you get to see through their eyes. Would you like to try that? That's what Tzu Chi is really about. Try something. You're standing on the shoulders of Master Cheng Yen. What she had seen, you get to see. You're standing on the shoulder of Brother Robert. You are seeing what he has seen. And look at these, amazing people that's around us. The amazing people. They have very achieved, right? They achieved their life goals. Brother Roberts, right? Brother Hook, you've already achieved. You have done well, more than well, better than well in your life. Yet you have seen that being Tzu Ji help you fulfill a very important part of your life. Now, if you guys are so successful and you guys have seen this as an integral part of your life, and I'm somebody who is learning and trying to be as successful as you, I should make you like my role model. In what you try to do, I should copy too. And that's where Brother Sun Hu mentioned about Michael Xiao, who is just past 50 years of age, who has achieved greatly, who has walked on the streets in the Philippines, and people know him. People recognize the uniform, and people know him because he had been with all these people in the darkest of the hours. People know him. He has achieved so much in his life. Even though he's not with us anymore, his life was so full of spirit, so full of love, so full of life, even though he's not with us. And his legacy is going to continue because he has made impact to many people. Okay, so from the point of the great people, from the point of being a parent who look at their children running away, or from the point of the child who wants to prove that they know something, whatever the point of view is, Tzu Chi gives you a different perspective, something else you can try to make good in this life. It's no longer just about making money. It's no longer just about getting good grades. It's no longer just about going to prestigious college and then you get to brag about how good, how high you achieve on your scores, or you graduate with all these best grades, or you get the best jobs, or how much money you make. There is now a different way for you to evaluate how much you have achieved in this life. That's what Master Cheng brought for us. You don't have to evaluate yourself by looking at what kind of car you drive or how big of a house you own. Now you can own a small house, but you can be as rich as anyone because your heart is full of love. And I think that's what Master Cheng help us bring this opportunity and possibility to us. And so sometimes it's okay that you have this runaway child that eventually creates something that's wonderful and great. So for all of you parents out there, I don't want to say, don't be worried, but it might not be the worst thing in the world. For all of you young people, teenagers out there, don't always just try to run away because you can't resolve a difference, right? Talk to them, because if your parents are in Tzu Chi, you just tell them, look at your own master. She ran away from home and she disagreed with her mother. Look at me. I'm trying to tell you. Let's communicate. And maybe they'll listen. Okay. So that's how I think. And I really, appreciate Brother Sun Hook's wonderful job on the first episode. It's a very good introduction into Tzu Chi and very good introduction to Master Cheng, and gives us a perspective, infinite, the sutra of infinite meanings. This is the core of Tzu Chi's teaching. This is all about giving you the opportunity to go on the journey of figuring out of all these infinite paths, which one fits you. Let's be brave to try. And don't worry, there are other people along with you to try this out also, and you won't be alone. So that's my feeling from today's sharing. And thank you, Brother Sun, to bring this so down to earth. Don't make it so high up there like it's the sutra, like, oh, it's the Buddhist sutra, it's the most holy thing. Well, it's actually something that we need to walk on and we need to understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then so much, Brother Joe Huang, for your great wisdom, And in fact, I think the point just now you raised about the child, a little unfortunate incident happened in my family 3 months ago. My son, my 34-year-old son, met with an accident and passed away. So in fact, a lot of Tzu brothers and sisters came for the wake and the funeral. And in fact, two of them, they also have lost their loved ones. And when they came, and then they embraced me and they hold me, and then and both of us were crying. Then, I told, the chap, the brother, now I understand your feeling. Even last time I've attended the brothers so-called the wake and the funeral, so we just extend our care, extend our, nice words, But I think when you feel it yourself, when you really just like what you say just now, you have not gone through to become a father, but of course you understand the theory, but when you actually feel it yourself, and just like our great master Cheng and Sakyami Buddha, when they go through this suffering, this suffering will bring out this unshakable, love and commitment in them, So I think that really deepens, my because of that tragic incident happened to me, and really brought out, something completely different, So of course, yeah, I have received a lot of love and a lot of caring, a lot of energy from all the brothers and sisters. Of course, it's quite a number of them also assured me that it will not be so easy. Yeah, but I think with that, so-called support, I have managed, came out, and so I think we can see that from Master and Sakyamuni Buddha that they did not they walked the path to get themselves awakened. They didn't so-called run away because they are naughty. Just like what you mentioned just now. They want to bring this awakening. To all of us. So I think it's not to is to embrace this great love. So I think this inspire. I think this first episode, the core teaching is so important. It really brings out, inspire all of us, to ask these questions just now, like what Professor not mentioned, that we must walk this path, of compassion and liberation. Yeah. Yeah, that is also my little, take after hearing from Brother Joe. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have almost come to the end of our session. I think we just I think when we were about to start our this session, there was some fire because it has been pretty dry in KL, and because probably due to the dry weather. In fact, do you like durians, Brother Joe Huang? Do you have you tried durians before when you came to Malaysia? You like durians? Yeah. In fact, now
I only like it as a fruit, only in an open space. But if it's in any form like candies and it's in close proximity, oh my goodness, yeah.
because durian now I think is at its cheapest because I think due to the hot weather, there are abundance of supply of durian, and then of course that is just sidetracking. But of course the other more critical is because of the dry weather. There was some peat fires. So in fact, just about an hour ago, I think in our Facebook, in our Tzu Facebook, everybody was very worried. Just next to our school, there were a huge pit fires, and everybody were asking whether our school was on fire. And I think Sister June, did the right thing to quickly send out, with some pictures to show to the public and to all our brothers and sisters not to worry. So that fire is, of course, is not in our building, but it's still next to our building. But the fire brigade I think are there now to so-called handle the problem. On top of that, so I think we went yeah, to see the fire. Yes, Sister Stephanie is sharing the video just next to our school, just next to our TCIS KL. Yeah, so there was heavy smoke. So everybody was so worried, that they thought that our school was on fire, you know. But anyway, the thing now is under control. I think that's probably about 2 hours ago. Yeah. So I think now it's all been handled properly and all been controlled. So I think before we end, I think we would like to maybe take a group photo. Can everyone please there are 82 of us. We have quite a good crowd today. In fact, they could be even bigger crowd because the African volunteers that used to join us, but because I think the Sister Siu Ching, they have something on today, isn't it? For the next 2 weeks, they need to be
Education seminar.
education seminar.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think yeah, this platform I think is important that we can really go use technology to go across everywhere. So sister, everyone, please on your video. Sister Lily and our Miss Siu Ching, can you please take the photo for us? And,
Okay, I'll take the photo.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay, for honor, there are 3 pages. Okay, for on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cảm ơn brothers and sisters.
Okay, so in view of that, I think there's a request that we will sing the prayer song, to also so-called ensure that the weather will be kinder and then there will be less disasters in the world. So let us, Sister Lily, let's start with the prayer song and we will sing the prayer song together. And then
in my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas hear my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our
May all minds be purified. May there be peace in the community, and may there be no disasters in this world. Okay, we'll come to the end of the session, and together we will read this passage as well. Together
Hey,
we pray.
before that, Brother Sunok want to sing for us. Somebody wrote in the chat.
Brother Sunok, yeah, because you delay us, so what song you want to sing? Your home sister is also here. Make sure you sing properly.
Excellent. Because tomorrow I have another sharing. Please come tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll sing for you tomorrow morning.
Okay, noted, got it. Okay, so together we pray for universal love and blessing with loving respect, gratitude, and confidence. Let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body and an enlightened mind and total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe. Let our unified love make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Canon. Okay, before we end, we will pay homage to Buddha and Sangha together. Please rise, put our palms together. First bow, second bow, and third bow. Kanan so much to Brother Sun Hok and to Brother Joe for leading us, So in our next session, we will have Brother P.S. Lee. Please lock your calendar, which is the 15th of August, the third Friday. Okay, Kanan so much, everyone. Take care. Please take care. Okay, Kanan. Thank you, Kanan.
Cảm
Bye-bye.
ơn.
Cảm ơn.
Cảm ơn.
Cảm ơn.